Well, hey there, good looking. What's going on in my kitchen today? Let's get cooking. Today, I'm going to sit there and show you how to can up your very own Chinese vegetables in sweet and sour sauce. We're going to be making this all in our Fresh Tech Jam and Jelly Maker. So let's go ahead with what I already have inside of the Jam and Jelly Maker itself. And it is, I have a red pepper, a yellow pepper, and an orange pepper. And I usually would put in a green pepper, but I didn't put in a green pepper this time. We have 2 onions that I have chopped up. We have half of a bag of the baby carrots that we all chopped up. We have celery that we chopped up. We have 2 20-ounce cans of the pineapple chunks. We have 1 can of the water chestnuts, 1 can of the bamboo shoots, and 1 can of the baby corn. So with that, let's go ahead and put this all back onto the jam and jelly maker. Now, when you put the pineapple in there, I want you to drain and reserve the juice of the pineapple. Now, go ahead, get yourself out a separate bowl and put in 1 tablespoon of the dried ground ginger. And then 1 cup of brown sugar, but because I don't have brown sugar, I'm gonna have to add a half a tablespoon up to a tablespoon of molasses, and that will give me some brown sugar. Now go ahead and measure out 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then 6 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. The reserved pineapple juice, plus 2 cans of pineapple juice, and they're these little ones. and 12 ounces of tomato paste. Well, I'm using my tomato paste that I put up. And let's go ahead and add all that. Now, let's mix all this together. And I'll be back as soon as I'm all done mixing that all up. And the last ingredients would be 4 tablespoons of the clear gel. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out okay. Now I'm gonna sit there and just add a little bit of water to make a slurry. Let's go ahead and add our clear gel slurry. Now mix this all together. And now we're going to sit there and pour it all over the vegetables in our Fresh Tech automatic jam and jelly maker. Pour it all over them Chinese vegetables. Okay, now I'm gonna come down. We're gonna come down here. We're gonna push the jam on, and we're gonna push enter. And go ahead, put your cover back on, and allow the jam and jelly maker to mix everything up and to do its little magic. I'll see you in 21. Let's recap because my battery ran out of juice and I didn't catch it in time when I was filming. I went ahead after I went through the whole jam cycle on here. We went ahead, we ladled it into our jars. We left 1-inch head space. We wiped the rim of our jars with some vinegar on a paper towel, and then we placed a canning lid on top, our canning ring that is finger tightened on, and then I went ahead, I placed them all inside of our CAREY electric pressure canner. And what I have inside of the pressure canner here is I put 4 cups of water with the canning rack on the bottom, and then I put the jars and everything all inside. Now we can sit there and let's put the cover down. Let's lock it into place. Make sure that up here at the vent, you have it at exhaust. We're going to come down here and put it on high. And then we're going to sit there and put 75 minutes on our timer here. We're going to push start. Now it's going to sit there and continue to go around and around. Now it may take up to 30 minutes for this to start building up any pressure. And as soon as it starts to build up the pressure, it's going to then display a E10. And then during that E10, it's going to sit there and exhaust like what our pressure canners on the stovetops would be doing. Well, this sits there and vents out for 10 minutes as well, and that's what that E10 does. It counts down to E0, and once it goes to E0, it will begin the processing time. But when it goes to the E10, please remember, you have to come up here to the pressure valve. The pressure limiting valve up here is going to be venting out all the steam, just as our pressure canners that we would be using on our stovetops would be. And this does the countdown all for us. When it sounds off and there's an E10 that will, let's turn it back around. When an E10 here displays on the display panel here, we would then come up here and we would sit there and put this to airtight, allow the E10 to do its countdown to E0, and then it would sit there and count down the processing time for us. So we're going to let this all do its little magic. As you see, the E10 showed up. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put it what does it say? Airtight. And now it's going to count down for me. I don't have to do it like what I would have to do it on my stovetop model.
Sit in that.
If you liked what you saw here today, give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and y'all come back now. You hear?